Alright, welcome back. I'm actually forgetting what part we're on with this, so I'm just trying to do like an all-entire collaboration, and then I'll have 2 videos of me not talking, just the actual rebuild, or not rebuild, but the restoration of this, along with a longer one with me just chatting and playing luthier and all that good stuff. For starters, I realized that the Gibson plate I bought is actually a 2-screw versus I think the traditional one was 3 screws. So not really a big deal, even though I'm still going to laser engrave what I want on there, in this case Excalibur. I bought some other tools, supplies, wood putty to kind of fill in the bridge screws, other miscellaneous tools to apply, and then apply the stain. One of the dyes I got is ox blood leather dye, and then I have, I think, another one in here, so I'll do an unboxing of this. And I bought those little droplets or whatever to fit in through the actual cracks here that they have there, and hopefully try to get the stain in there, and then just rebuild it all up till I have an area where I can just scrape it all off, in theory. So hopefully that comes out well. So with that being said and done, bring the camera in, unbox this, and then again, miscellaneous tools all over the place. One hell of a project again, so let's get on with it. Whinstone leather dye and ox blood leather dye. I will get this a close-up and really see the colors with a dauber or with one of these little cool water brush pens. So we'll see what happens. That's to be determined. I can't see with the camera. So what I have is Goto vintage weathered relic tuning keys. Even though they say they're online or inline, according to Goto, they are universal, so you can actually unscrew this and you can put them individually on the teeth to be 2x2. So again, those are just a quick zoom in again. Those are the relic, and of course you'll see it better once I take them out of the package, but I won't be doing that until I actually get the neck in. I may have showed briefly, or chatting, leather dye that came in the box, the shipping, and at the beginning of the video. I have Whinstone red and oxblood leather. I'm going to try to find out some scrap wood and then use a Q-tip to see if I can go to match on some white pine and then see how that goes. So those are the only unboxing that I have for today, and let's see what happens with the color staining. This is the wine red test, or I'm sorry, this is the Oxford, or I'm sorry, oxblood test. This one is the Whinstone red. Very hard to tell the difference between the two. Let me shift the camera to get to the actual where there's some good lighting. Like top one looks a little bit more pink. The Whinstone does look a little bit more like it, but when you hold it up to the actual base in person with camera lighting, it is very similar. My next plan is to take and test one of each on these two little peg holes and just let them sink in and dry. Again, that's poplar, that's pine, and then the master test would be the one hole they drilled in here, and then that'll be the determination of what I'm going to do. So let's try it. Extremely hard to see on the camera, and even with my smartphone, light and everything else with it. Very, very similar. Could be very interesting to see what we do when I fill this in with the wood putty in here. But I'm not going to rush anything. I really feel like the Whinstone might be the winner here, but I really got to think about this. So, that being said, let this dry, let it cure, let it do its thing, let it soak in, and tomorrow will be a new adventure. So, as always, stay tuned. Alright, welcome back, I guess. I don't know where I'm at in the videos. I'm just hitting record and trying to edit as I go. I went ahead and used the wood filler, and drilled a hole, plugged a hole, and tried using the dye. The ox blood, right, is what it's called? Yeah, ox blood leather dye seems to be the best choice in color with it. I put it pretty heavy on this particular area so I can kind of just see how it all fills in before I apply it to said base body to fill those in, and just try to really just scrape them off narrowly. Narrowly, is that a word? It is now. I do have scrap pit guard, and I found these at Harbor Freight, as I call it, to where these will pretty much hollow hole punch to where I could probably fit these in the actual pit guard and just glue them in the best I can with it, versus me trying to put in a Bondo thing that I think would eventually crack this off and this become more of a problem. And then as for the back of this, I'm going to do the same thing and try to fill this gap in a little bit as much as I can with crazy glue if it all goes well, and pray that goes smooth. And the next phase will be moving the camera over to the drill press to drill press, hold these out, test fit everything, and then I'll probably, when I start getting the body done, I'll have two camera angles set up so you can kind of see the progression with it. So, including the fill in the lines, and then still trying to figure out what to do on here. So let's get to it. Might have to ream it just a bit. Some cleaning up to do with that, but it worked. All right, test successful on the wood putty with lacquer and stain, or dye to say. I have lacquer warming up here in a bucket here, and the next move is going to get the putty on here and then try to scrape as much as I can off of it, and then hopefully there won't be too much of sanding for it. then I could go ahead and get the stain, the dye on there, and then I could clear coat it. But first, I'm going to use the injection pen and fill in the cracks here, and then layer it up with the crazy glue, and then scrape it back, and take it from there. But I think what I'm going to probably do, just because crazy glue dries fast, I'm going to do the crazy glue last so I can pull the tape last. So that's going to be the motion of it. So got both cameras going over here, so I'm going to shut up now and just focus on doing this, and bring this other camera in a little closer, and then we'll be on our way. It's like doing getting blow work done at the doctor's. Okay, that part is done. I might have to put another small layer of this on there, and then do some scraping around it and hope for the best with this, and take it from there. So we'll see how everything dries up and adheres, and I'll see you back in about 20 minutes. That's going to be enough for today. Really let it soak in and dry. And then do, as you saw in my other segment there, I built little polishing pads that I'll probably wet sand to kind of really just the little areas here. And then just build all the way up to 3,000, and then hopefully, not even, I'll probably stick with the 600s. I know this is going to wear off a little bit, and it's going to take the top finish off. So I'll probably have to do, as long as I can get it really, really smooth, then I'll reapply the dye so it'll soak in more. And then right before I'm done, I'm going to tape off everything, and then, like I saw before, and then I'll just spritz it with the lacquer. It's coming out okay. This side right here is a little more beat up than this side, but I'm pretty sure I can buff that out. And I'm looking at so many of these different areas where I see these little scratch marks, and it's going to be interesting to buff all those out. But we shall see. So see you when this thing dries.